Now, a building undergoing renovation in Liberty, now a pile of rubble. Look at this. People in Liberty love this square. Now, the building at the corner of Water and Kansas partially collapsed this morning. No injuries were reported. Emergency crews used rescue dogs to search the building as a precaution. Several streets in the area all closed because of this investigation into what happened. The Rock and Run Brewery next door to the collapsed building also closed for the day. The city trying to process this and figure out how to move forward. Now, KC's Allison Brunner talked with other folks downtown in Liberty as they watch this all unfold. Allison joins us live now from downtown square. Allison, I know they've worked so hard to sort of build up this square, and they've done such a good job of it. This is a huge blow.
Yes, but business owners are being optimistic about that. And Chris, I can tell you that neighbors here, they are just grateful that no one is hurt. Take a look at what's left of this building behind me. Not many times do we get to report on a story like this where there are no injuries. After all, this building dates back to the 1880s and was under construction. Now, neighbors described to me what they heard.
Like gravel pouring, and it was the old Ethan Allen building, and the roof had just collapsed.
In a matter of seconds.
Completely shocked, yeah.
Neighbors tell me history came crumbling down in this tight-knit community of Liberty.
Before I dropped him off, came by, building was intact, everything was fine, dropped him off at about 10 till 9, went home at about a few minutes after 9, got a text saying, look at this, and came down here, and the building was obviously had collapsed and caved in.
We do have several issues with these buildings. They are old, so as far as the structural integrity of them, I mean, sometimes this is what can happen. I mean,
business owners nearby understand what it's like to work in a historic building.
We did our building here, and you know, you worry about things like that, but you do your best to make sure everything's reinforced, and this poor guy has been trying to put this building back together.
Now neighbors are just left with memories.
In the building, lots of times we went through Liberty High School and walked around the square here all the time, and we said we had to go check it out because, you know, it's a piece of our heart.
Now, the cause of this partial collapse is still under investigation, but I want to show you something. Take a look behind me. Take a close look at those beams behind me. The fire marshal tells me that those are working well. That is what's holding up the remainder of that structure, and future tenants who are expected to move into this location, they tell us that, you know, this is a setback, but they are still hopeful for the future. In Liberty, Allison Brunner reporting for the Now KC.